Hi. So I wanted to quickly talk about people re-uploading our content onto their own channels. So if you're doing that, but you're also changing the content, then that's totally fine. Whether that's something like making a remix of one of our songs or taking one of our episodes and doing something silly to it, like making it get faster every time 4 speaks or something, that's totally cool because you're creating something new on top of the content. You're transforming it. And that way, the viewers have both a reason to watch the original content and a reason to watch your transformation of the content. So everyone wins. However, if you're just taking the content as you saw it, verbatim, no changes, and re-uploading it to your own channel, please don't do that because you're essentially stealing someone else's work and profiting from it, whether that's through ad revenue or even if you don't have it monetized or whatever, it's like growing your own channel and getting views off of it. So I don't think that's the right thing to do. Now, I've heard people make the argument that, oh, I saw this Instagram post and I wanted to upload it to YouTube because I know that some people only visit YouTube and might enjoy it and they wouldn't see it if it was only on Instagram. But I don't think that argument really holds water because the decision of which platforms a piece of content should exist on, that decision only belongs to the original creator of the content. Maybe they had a reason for not wanting to post it to YouTube. Maybe they wanted to curate which platform shows which side of them, or maybe they wanted to do some experiments to see how well content spreads if it's not on every platform. It doesn't really matter what the reason is, just that that decision belongs to the content creator. So I think since this has been happening to BFDI content since the beginning in it didn't happen in the very beginning in 2010, but I think starting 2012, I would see people just re-upload the whole episode in full, no edits, and get away with it. So I just wanted to make my stance clear from here on out that I don't think that's okay. The most difficult to figure out situation or example of this is people re-uploading the BFB soundtrack music pieces to YouTube, because something that frustrates me is when someone uploads some BFB song that Michael wrote and then other people in the comments say things like, oh, this is so awesome, that's an instant subscribe and like, but you're subscribing to someone who didn't create the content at all. And so that person's not going to create anything new in that same style unless they also steal the next stuff from Michael. But I know that it's complicated because you as the viewer often don't have time or don't have a way of knowing who actually created the content. But when Michael created the Yoil Cake channel and started actually uploading his own real versions of the songs, like music videos, but I guess they're more like visualizer videos, people in the comments would say, oh, I'm so confused. You already upload this. Are you like re-uploading and like trying to rake in more views or something? But no, that was the first original legitimate upload of that music. And all the ones that came before were just people taking it off of SoundCloud or something, which, I mean, that in that case, it is slightly of a gray area because people get to add their own visuals on top of it. So I guess that can slide, but it's definitely debatable. I think it's, I would hope in the future that Michael and I can upload every BFB soundtrack song to Yoil Cake eventually because, Michael is the one who composed all of them, so he should be the one who controls, when and where they all come out. So that is a gray area, I will admit that. But I think it is frustrating seeing certain channels that, get up into the thousands of subscribers or whatever, or get into, like, I remember someone re-uploaded a full episode of BFDI and it passed 1.5 million views, and I was like tracking it, and I noticed that it was on pace to overtake the actual original upload if it had not been taken down a couple months later. This was back in 2015 or something, so that was history, and like the stolen video was taken down. But I think when I see these channels get up into the millions of views or thousands of subscribers, it feels like a slap in the face because Michael and I we had created 25 whole episodes of BFDI before we even hit 2,000 subscribers. And, that's like hundreds, if not thousands of hours of work. And the thought that someone can surpass 2,000 so easily now just by kind of riding the wave of our own work and just re-uploading it with no changes, it's a little frustrating. And I know that there's systems within YouTube like DMCA takedowns to help us content creators. Oh, that sounds so pretentious. I pretend I didn't say that. But there's systems to help people who make videos take down people who steal those videos. But I don't want to spend like time doing that because it's not a fun thing to do. So I just want to, make my stance clear here so that from now into the future, people know what my opinion on this issue is. And my opinion is don't do it if you're not adding anything transformative to the content. I think my bar for what counts as transformative is pretty low. So that's why I said the version where it's just the episode, but it gets faster every time Forrest speaks. That's a very small transformation, but I'd let it slide just because I think it's funny. But if you did something extremely, extremely small, like the whole episode, but it's 1% lower quality, I mean, that's pretty much just the episode and you wouldn't even notice a difference. So that's kind of not okay. So that's my stance on that topic. And, if you do want to make remixes and stuff, I don't want this to deter you. Like I said, I think it's awesome when people make remixes of songs or videos or whatever. So keep doing that. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video so that people knew that I don't exactly like it when people re-upload my content. That happened a lot for the coronavirus videos back in February and March on Abacaba, but that was a very short-lived wave. I feel like what's going on with BFDI has happened for like 7-8 years. Okay, see you later.